And it is the 2025 NFL schedule prediction show, of which Cap, being the historian, librarian guy he is, has our predictions from last year. We'll see just how accurate our friends were.
Now,
And
if I'm not mistaken, I think Davey was spot on with his New England Patriots last year.
let me find La Patriate.
I think he was the only one that was spot on. I think I was one win over what I predicted.
Davey, I do not have your Patriot prediction from last year. Oh, wait. Actually, I don't think Davey was around for that show last. Okay, so I don't
Oh,
have Davey's results from last year, but I do have yours, Dev's, and my results.
okay.
So we'll be doing predictions for at least the Broncos, La Patriot, and La Raiders. Any idea on Dev? He never responded. Is Dev around? Is he
He's
alive?
he's busy today, unfortunately. But
So
we
we'll
can,
have to get his predictions at a later date
yeah,
and
we'll
time.
send him the Ravens schedule and see what he has to do.
Well, he
But
starts out in prime time against your man crush, Josh Allen, so we'll just have to see.
look, he's a good player. He's just not going to win a damn title. People,
Okay. Well, before we get
I
into the nitty gritty of it, Davey, Maddie, how be you? How are things going in the Great White North, the Great Middle Mountain?
Uh, doing well, doing well. I'm on this stream. I'm on another stream on Twitter, and I have another one this evening that I'm doing after NXT. Busy, busy, busy. Wait for the Red Sox game to start. I have predictions for every team in the NFL as far as their win-loss record, and looking to go back to school at 55.
Davey's
Oh,
going back to school.
Well, I'm waiting on funding to see if that's going to be a possibility. Uh, but it would be for an addictions counselor course.
Dude, that's
oh,
fucking awesome.
fantastic.
Yeah. So I'll keep this posted as to how that applies.
Yeah, that's fucking
Well,
awesome.
absolutely. Let us
I really
know.
hope that you get
That's
that. I really hope
actually,
you get
Davey, I mean, without sharing anything live that may not need to be shared live, I would say, based on our personal one on one correspondence, I think that would be an absolute, how would I phrase this? You
Davey
would
has
fit
a
in,
lot of Davey has a lot.
you would fit
He has
into
a
that role
lot.
very well.
Davey
You,
has a lot of personal history in that particular area. Davey has also been be 6 years September 2nd that I'll be clean. So
that. And it's something that a whole lot of people definitely need. You know, they need somebody that they can trust. They need somebody that they can go to for shit like that. So you're
well,
doing
when
a great
someone
thing as well, baby.
yeah.
well when someone
Davey,
says
I believe you
I
will
under
be fantastic in that role. Um,
well when someone says oh I understand, it's like, well, I've probably been there and done whatever it is we would be talking about. So
Hmm.
yeah. If I can honestly say, knowing you as well as I do, just one on one and professionally, um, if I had my choice, if I were to enter a rehabilitation type program, I'd be like, can I have Davy? Like, can I get the Davy?
Can I get the Canadian?
you you get that passport and I'll get you up there and bring a
Oh,
parka because you hate the fucking cold.
between his chief executiveness and tornadoes damn near taking out the town last night. Whew. I sent Maddie
Well,
the video. We had a motherfuck of a tornado down here last night.
I see that. Yeah. See, as mayor of Canada, I don't permit that shit up here.
Well, Davey, A, you're not. Canada doesn't have a mayor; they have a prime minister. B, this is
They
Fayetteville,
do.
Arkansas, not Cape Breton, Nova Scotia, Canada.
No,
C,
they
uh,
they haven't. They have a mayor now. I elected myself. I've even gone so far as to start knighting professional wrestlers. I only have one so far, but it's Sir Samoa Joseph.
Sir Samoa Joseph.
Irregardless of all that, Davey, you do not have shit control over the meteorological disturbances that happen down here in Tornado Alley. I wish you did, but
Well,
you don't.
I'm not mayor of your country. If I did,
Cities have mayors. States have governors. We have what we call a president. I refuse to publicly refer to him by name. Like, I will not reference him by name. I just call him our chief executive. Because that's the official title.
Up here. That's why we're all so friendly.
I honestly got out of the shower the other day and I was thinking, like, man, how cool would it be if somehow the RawBallers did an excursion to Cape Breton, Nova Scotia, and like did some kind of a meetup with Davey.
That'd be awesome.
I don't have a passport.
Plan for September and swing by and get me, and we'll go to All Out, and we can see Darby be crowned AEW World Champion.
Okay, you know what?
So long as he gets down the mountain in one piece.
Oh,
I just want to bring up real quick. You have any idea how crazy it is for someone of his build to get up to the peak of Everest?
Insane. I mean, I'm not surprised that he made it, given who Darby is. It's just like when I first saw the picture that he had, hit the. Hey, kid, awesome, dude, fantastic, great job. Now get your ass down in one piece.
You know what's more insane? This 31-year-old guy climbed up 30,000 feet, planted a flag of the fucking company he works for.
Yeah,
he did.
Took a picture of it. And people still don't want him to take the fight off Moxley. It's like he's the literal flag bearer for your promotion. Literal. Like you don't get more literal.
In more ways than one. At this point, I have lost so much faith.
For a year plus.
I have not been at this particular place personally in pro wrestling since probably somewhere in between like 2004, 2014, where I just said completely fuck the business. I just don't give a damn anymore. You fuckers can take this, ruin it, do whatever you want with it. At this point, I have no faith in anybody except for like a handful of performers. Darby is one of those. So I like to keep track of him. At this point, I'm just about ready to excommunicate myself from the business, apart from just, my handful of guys that I love. Guys and gals, I should say.
Go watch Japan. That's my refuge.
That's my refuge.
No, it is. Like, I don't have a problem with the product over here. It's the fans of the product over here that I have the issue with.
Oh, I have a problem with the product.
Like, I go over and I'll watch, like, I'm watching the Best of the Super Juniors now. I get to sit down and enjoy it. No one bothers me. Like, I fucking watch Stardom. It's, like, perfect, man. I don't know what everybody's saying, but that's fine. Like, I don't
matches are good.
Well, the stories are good, and that makes sense. And you can follow them without actually having to speak the language. That's how well they do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've got a prominent proboscis booker out of Connecticut with unlimited funds and a decent roster that couldn't stick his thumb up his ass in 3 tries. I've got a billionaire with a phenomenal roster that can't stick his thumb up his ass in 3 tries. I've got GCW, which, there's Jordan Oliver, there's, a few more guys. I know nothing of Japan. All the Japan guys I know are either retired or dead or somewhere in between.
Came over to America.
I am adrift. I am adrift in a sea of I don't know what the fuck.
So, just a kind of tertiary view of what you said here, you don't like the wrestling product that you don't actually watch.
If I liked them, I'd watch them.
You don't.
If they, that's the problem.
Yeah, so anyway, on to the football talk.
Yeah, if they did shit right, I'd watch them. Anywho, with the football. Okay, so Davey, I do not have it on paper here. I have, God, half the NFL league last year because we ran out of ideas on a couple of shows and just started doing schedule predictions last year. Davey, what was your prediction last year for the Patriots?
I think I had them at like 6 wins.
You had them at 6. Okay, let me pull up the. I had this prepared to do a split screen.
I do not
If
have
my,
them at 6 wins this year.
okay.
I don't have your team at 6 wins.
I don't have
Or
my team
Maddie's.
at 6 wins, probably.
So before we get into the schedules, how do you guys feel about how you drafted? I know me and Cap talked about it in our group chat and shit like that. He's not the fondest of going and grabbing Aston Johnson, but Davey, how do you think the Patriots did in the draft?
I think we did fine. We're a work in progress, but we're moving in the right direction. I like our quarterback. I think picking up Stephon Diggs was a solid pick. Veteran presence gives May a good solid target, which he didn't really have last year. So onward and upward.
Who,
Stevenson's
who
good.
was your
I like him at
who
running
was
back.
your leading receiver last year? Wasn't it Hunter Henry?
It was just a mishmash of Douglas, Hunter Henry, nobody, no one in particular that I would, dub number one. But Diggs will fit that bill this year.
Okay, so let me get these screens adjusted here. All right, so the last year, the way we did this, and I'm going off my notes from last year. So we took the team with the schedule, we wrote down the opponent and the week, and then we split it into columns for the for the particular person. So with the conglomerate we have tonight, we have Raiders, we have Broncos, we have Patriots.
Ooh, are we the
Um,
conglomeration? I want to be Mark Briscoe if that's the case.
we are a conglomeration, I know, a conglomerative, perhaps. So um,
Amalgamation.
an amalgamation. Who what? So, Davey, do you want to go first with the Patriots, and you can kind of get us started? And because again, I apologize, I do not have your 2025 game by game predictions, but can start with the Patriots.
Okay, so we're going game by game predictions here.
We're going game by game, and each person gets to pick what they think their prediction of the outcome of the game will be, and then we'll put the win loss of each predictor at the bottom, and then in a year we'll revisit it. Same as last year, we just don't have the Patriots. If this at all, I know my handwriting is horrible, Davey, but basically the game on one side and then individual predictions on the other. Check mark for a win, X for a loss. So 2025 Patriots. So we've got Davey, Maddie, Cap. All right, so I will stick this over here for the moment. That's what she said, or he said. I'm not sure. So we have week 1. Oh, Dave. Oh, God damn it. Why the. Week 1, Davey, you host captain.
Ooh.
Raiders. I knew this night was fucked.
So literally, week 1 of RawBall in the red zone, we've got Davey and Cap.
Ay, ay, ay. 12 noon game. You host La Vegas Se Radar.
Uh-oh, it looks like he's reconnecting.
Okay. Well, I mean, Maddie, what is your prediction on that game if we're waiting for Davey?
Oh, it looks like he's back. Davey?
Davey, you back?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay. So your prediction, week 1, you host the Raiders.
Yeah. Patriots win.
All right. So that is a check mark in the Davey column. Maddie, your thoughts?
Well, when you send the quickest gun in the West out
Oh, for
to
Christ's sake.
New England,
Oh.
I don't see this going too well. But if you guys can establish a legitimate run game, you might be able to edge out the Patriots.
Well, as Denny
Oh,
Don Meredith said, if ifs and buts were candy and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas, motherfucker. He left out the motherfucker part, but
I think I'm going to go with New England because I don't know if I trust your offensive line to give you a legitimate run game to
oh,
start.
I can tell you right now, I do not trust my line. I do not trust my team. I'm giving that an X. So, week 2, Davey, you are.
We all have New England.
Yep, Davey, week 2 at the Tagovailoas.
Patriots will lose to the Dolphins.
All right, that's an X for Davey. Maddie?
Yeah, they do tend to have a bad record against Miami.
New England does not play, especially in September in South Florida. Yeah.
But Drake May is different.
No, he's not. Excuse me. Ray, we will get to the Cowboys at some point. Believe me, we will get there.
I think I'm going to go with New England here.
So you have the Patriots starting out 2-0. I've got them 0-2. Davey has them 1-1. Week 3, hosting the Steelers and potentially Ernest T. Bass. Davey, I'm sure you have some thoughts here.
Patriots beat the Steelers.
All right. Maddie, you are up.
I don't think I've got New England going 3-0 to start the season, so I've got them losing to Pittsburgh, specifically to Pittsburgh's defense.
I am going to go loss there as well. So at this point, I have them 0-3. Maddie's at 2-1. Davey's at 2-1. Week 4, you host the Panthers.
Oh, we beat the Panthers.
I think you beat the Panthers as well. Maddie?
If we do Carolina's schedule for this season, I'm going to be interested. But I think this is a year that Carolina actually turns their franchise around a little bit.
You're going dub?
I've got Carolina beating New England here.
I would just like to note New England's first 7 games of the year are all noon games. They do get a prime timer that will actually, that's the next one. Week 5, Patriots at the Bills. That is the Sunday night slaughter.
Oh, we're losing that.
Yeah. So that's an X from Davey. That's an X from.
About to beat the fucking shit out of New England in that game.
All right. You guys are going on a road trip, Davey. You've got 3 straight road games. So next is Sunday, October 12th at the Saints.
We beat the Saints.
I'm going to say yes. New Orleans is such a goddamn disaster. There is. The Saints might be like the lower 2-3 shithole teams on the planet. Maddie, your thoughts?
This is not going to be a fun game to watch. This isn't going to be a good game. By week 6, do you think they will have sorted out who their quarterback is? This is New Orleans I'm talking about.
New Orleans?
Will they have settled on a quarterback by week 6?
You would hope they would, but if they will, I honestly can't speak to that. New Orleans has become an absolute mess, so I don't want to put a whole hell of a lot of faith in anything coming from there. I think Spencer Rattler, if coached up and with some talent, could do something, but it's New Orleans. Don't forget the Aints, the paper bag over the head, for decades, this is New Orleans. Yeah.
David,
So
what do you think? Do you think they'll have a settled quarterback by week 6?
again, 50-50, but we're waiting on your vote.
Oh, Davey popped out. Okay.
We
So
lost the Davy.
for that
We're
game, I think I'm going New England because I don't think New Orleans will have shit settled out by then.
All right. Well, Davy is back.
Davey is back. What, for the Falcons?
No, it is week 7, October 19th. You are at Les Titans, the Titans, Mike Vrabel's old team. Revenge game.
We beat the Titans. They're a mess.
I'm going to agree with you there. Titans are a mess.
Cam Ward to Nick Westbrook by Keenan for 3 touchdowns. I think the Titans take this game.
All right, so that's an X from Maddie. Let's scroll down here a little bit. So, week 8, hosting Les Browns.
Well, I got the Browns slated for 1 win this year, and it ain't against the Patriots.
So I'm guessing this is a check mark rather than an X.
Yeah.
I'm giving this a check mark too. The Browns are a goddamn mess. I do not trust that franchise to, as Jim Cornette would say, they couldn't stick their thumb up their ass in 3 tries. Maddie, your thoughts?
This is another team that would not know who their fucking legit quarterback is by week 8.
Could be Shadur. Could be Le Masseuse.
Dylan Gabriel. No, it's not going to be the masseuse. I think he's out for this season too due to that Achilles rupture.
Maddie, you could quarterback Cleveland.
It's an easy New England win.
Denver put a wide receiver in a few years ago. I mean, surely you.
I still hate that game.
That was fucking miserable.
But yeah, New England handedly beats Cleveland here.
All right, so that is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Week 9, you host the Falcons.
So the Falcons, who I have finishing the year at 4-13, will not beat the New England Patriots in this game.
I think the Falcons are going to be better than you think they are, Davey. But I am giving you the dub here because Dome team traveling north. We're getting into week 9. That is November. I'm giving you guys the dub, though I don't think Atlanta's going to be that horrible this year. So I'm giving you the dub there.
Of course, you also thought the Baltimore Orioles would be good this year. And well,
Davey, goddamn it, I can't be right about every fucking thing. I have to allow myself a few flaws.
I'll give you a prop, right? You did say that the White Sox would be bad this year, so you nailed that.
Yes, I was pretty well.
One of the worst teams.
Rockies may eclipse us from last year. Maddie, you're the one sucking the hind tit there.
Hey, I
told you realize that
happened.
Well, we'll get into that in the 2026 MLB prediction show when we go back and see how bad Maddie thought things were going to be. Maddie, so yes, week 9, Patriots host the Falcons.
Do you guys know there's a chance that if you add up the entire wins of the Chicago White Sox this year and the entire wins of the Colorado Rockies this year, both of those win totals may not add up to my age?
There's my answer, Davey. A big number 1. It sucks, Davey. This is my absolute best friend on the planet, apart from my partner and my brother. We have to cry so many nights together when we look at the box scores. Our teams are horrible. Life sucks for us.
I could just see the picture. I could picture it now in my mind. The two of you's on the phone with each other, interleague game, White Sox, Rockies, both of you curled up in the fetal position, just sobbing uncontrollably. It
That's
must be
about what it
imagine.
is. That's about what it is, Davey. It's two grown men crying their eyes out because their baseball teams suck ass.
It's not even the box scores. You go back and see the clips of the games, and you're like, dear God, how do these people have professional baseball contracts?
Clips of a Chicago White Sox game or a Colorado Rockies game is more disturbing to watch than the new Final Destination movie.
Maddie, what was your prediction? Week 9, Falcons at Le Patriot.
I'm looking at this as the Falcons are going to be a much better team than they were last year. I think
As am I, but I don't. Traveling north November, RawBall. I think this is a trap. This is a trap.
Michael Penix is from Washington State, man. So
I lived in Washington State.
That shit gets cold. Shit gets wet. If it's what is this? This is the first week of November, so it could be raining, could be snowy.
If it's Washington State, it'll be raining. Trust me.
I think I'm going to take Atlanta here.
Okay. Week 10. Davey, you're going on the road again at the Buccaneers.
So this is where
your favorite quarterback.
So this is where the wheels begin to start falling off as we lose to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who I have at a 9-8 record this year, to take the South, that division, such as it is.
The Barkers, the Tampa Bay Barkers. Davey, I want to give you guys the dub here. I really do, but
I don't, because we're not.
No, so here's the thing: is Baker has, dare I say, matured from being in Fayetteville, Arkansas, down on Dixon Street. I showed Matty the spot where his head went into the concrete. He's matured from that to being a franchise NFL quarterback to a extent.
He's franchise-ish.
Franchise-ish, yes. Okay, yes. He's franchise-ish. I will give you that. But I'm still I'm calling L here. Maddie, your thoughts?
I love Baker Mayfield. You guys know this. I love him in Tampa Bay.
I showed you the indention on the concrete block where his head made contact, correct?
Oh, yeah. And then with no helmet, headbutt his teammates with helmets. So, I trust that man to lead me to a 10-6 season. I've got Tampa Bay beating New England here.
Okay,
because
so I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we are in agreement so far. 5 out of 10 games for the Patriots. So week 11. Oh, Davey, you host the Jets.
Jets. Jets I have finishing the year at an impressive 5-12 record.
I wouldn't call that impressive. I would call it an improvement.
One of those 5 wins will not be in this game. Patriots win, improving to 8-3 on the year.
I have the Jets losing this as well because I do not trust the Jets to change. I don't trust them to wipe their ass, let alone win a game. Maddie, your thoughts?
Thursday night football, Justin Fields beats the Patriots.
Maddie's going dub for the Patriots.
Oh, I'm going the Jets.
Oh, okay. All right. Turn that into an X. You could turn a check mark into an X, but you can't turn an X into a check mark. Week 12 at the Joe Burrows. That's an L.
Very much so. Yeah. The Bengals I have at a very impressive 15-2 record this year.
Holy fuck. Okay, we'll get there. I'm
Hey man, I'm already there. I'm waiting for you.
well, I know you're there. It's just it's gonna take me a while to get there. You know, Arkansas to Nova Scotia. That's not just like, hey, I'll catch an Uber. I'll be there in 10 minutes.
You think you would already be there? You're taller than me. You got longer strides. But yet here we are.
Okay, yes, I'm 6'4". I have a good long stride, but good God, Davey, I don't have my own private plane. I can just hop on at Drake Field, which got destroyed last night.
Okay, you said you have a nice long stride there, and then you showed off your wingspan. Are you flying?
If I could, I would, but I can't, so I don't. I've got a loss there for the Patriots as well. Maddie, Patriots at the Bengals, week 12. Yeah, that is a Sunday noon game.
If Joe Burrow has anything to say about it, he's going to put up 7 touchdowns on his own. However, I don't see them going 15-2 like Davey does. That defense has a lot of holes.
Yeah, multiples.
I can easily see New England pulling this one out of their ass because they do have a semi-functional defense. If they can,
Vrabel will improve things. Vrabel will improve the overall product.
If they can hold Cincinnati, that first 2 quarters and get Joe Burrow kind of like trapped, get him rattled, New England can pull this game out. However, Joe Burrow can also put up 7 fucking touchdowns on his own. I'm going New England, but Cincinnati can easily take this game.
You're going New England? All right. Week 13 versus the Giants. Speaking of the Giants, Bill Belichick's old team, it was announced today he is now engaged to whatever that creature is that he totes around with him.
We could do an entire RawBall episode on that alone, but there already have done videos on it. Go watch That's Good Sports video on it. It's hilarious.
That's a hullabaloo, as they call it. Week 13, hosting the Giants. Davey, your thoughts? And the Giants. This is Sunday. No, this is Monday Night Football. This is your first legit. No, yeah, at the Bills, ESPN. So this is your second. Well, the third. I don't count Thursday night for shit. So this is your second legit primetime game.
So the Giants, which could potentially be one of the worst football teams I've ever seen.
Yes.
Who I don't even have pegged to garner a win this year.
Oh. And 17.
So one of those losses will in fact be to the Patriots to send them to a 9-4 record.
I'm making a note here, Davey, for us to go through the Giants' record. Okay, so Davey, Giants, 0-17. You said, what was the other thing you said? He had winning one game?
The Browns.
The Browns.
Yeah. No, I'll go through like that. I went through the schedule.
I'm putting you in the book, Davey. The cat book. For my notes to come back to later. I'm going Patriots there too.
We got the Bills up next.
Well, now we haven't gotten Maddie's.
Oh, Maddie, it's going to be New England. I don't think the Giants are going to do much. I don't think they're going to go in winless, but
so 14 we have a bye. You get to take a little breather. Then you host the Bills in Week 15.
Yeah, we're getting fucking spanked in this one. That'll drop our record to still an impressive 9-5.
Wait, nine. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've only got 8 on here. Davey, where am I missing? I got you beating the Raiders, Steelers, Panthers, Saints, Titans, Browns, Falcons, Giants. That's 8.
He hadn't beaten the Jets, I'm pretty sure, right?
I do. Yes.
Okay.
Jets
There's number 9. Okay. So yeah, there's 9. All right. So, but you have you're hosting the Bills get walloped.
You've known me for how long, and yet occasionally you still doubt me. I find
Well, no,
that
it's not a matter of doubt. It's just making sure I have my arithmetic correct here. For some reason, I thought I had you losing. I thought you said you were going to lose to the Jets in New England, but I was incorrect there. I've made the correction. I have them losing to the Bills at home as well. Maddie, your prediction?
It's going to have to be an act of God in order for them to beat the Bills. So, yeah, Buffalo's taking this one.
All right. Week 16 at the Ravens. You're fucked.
The Patriots enjoyed getting spanked so much the week prior, right, that we're going to come back for more with Baltimore and get spanked again. And we're going to lose this game because Baltimore is going to finish with a record of 14-3 this year.
And then they'll lose in the divisional round.
Most likely, yeah.
Maddie, your thoughts? We know what Dev's would be if he were here, but you know.
Derrick Henry is putting multiple people into the earth during this game.
Into the earth. I love that. Week 17 at the Jets.
Just due to the fact that they are, in fact, the Jets, we will beat the Jets.
I have them beating the Jets as well.
We'll go to 10-6.
I have the season series split, so yeah, New England takes this game.
All right. And then the finale, Week 18 versus the Tagovailoas.
We will lose our season finale to the Dolphins, who will finish the year at an impressive 11-6.
Wait, so let me make sure. So you're losing to them in Miami, but also losing to them in New England?
We're losing to Miami, yes.
Okay, just making sure I had this correct. I think you're winning this one.
No, we're not.
Well, I have a right to my opinion, as incorrect as it may wind up being.
I'm pretty sure in the country that you live in now, you don't.
Well, that's soup for another Sunday. Maddie, your predictions on this one?
Another season split. This one is going to be taken by Miami.
Okay, so let's calculate it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Davey, I've got 10 wins for the Patriots. Is that correct?
That is correct. Your addition skills are impeccable. I bet you're first in your state.
I did win a couple of spelling bees, but
Well, there you go.
Maddie, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maddie has an 8 and 9. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm in line with Maddie, not on the actual games, but on the actual record. So Davey has 10 and 7. Maddie and I are at 8 and 9. That covers the Patriots. All right, so I will set this. These are last year's, so I've got so many files. I have to keep my files. The files on this computer are gonna bring you down. Oh no.
What team are we going to next?
Actually, I think the Broncos will be the most entertaining because I want to see Matty just flip his shit. So let's go to the Raiders next because I can pretty well get through this fairly fast, personally, because we're gonna fucking suck. Oh, we are gonna be so goddamn bad. Jesus Christ! Somebody give me a football or a baseball team. All right, NFL Raiders. Can we just not? Can we just forfeit the season and then just like go 0-17 and then like have a draft where we, actually do shit right? Maybe. Ray, trust me, we're gonna look at the Cowboys. We will. Believe me, we will. All right, so we are 2025 Raiders, Week 1 at New England. Loss. Davey had that as a win. Maddie, you had that as where did I put that? You had that as a win for the Patriots. Week 2, hosting the Chargers, getting our asses handed to us. That's a loss. Gentlemen, your thoughts?
Oh, big loss. Huge loss.
Huge. Very huge.
Embarrassingly so.
Very sad. Sad.
Yeah, the Chargers are a very complete team going into this year.
Well, they have a coach. They have a quarterback. They have an offensive line. They have a running game. They have a defense.
They still need to get that wide receiver position figured out. But other than that, I think the Chargers are a very convincing team this year.
Week 3 at the Jaden Daniels Redskins. Commanders. That's a loss. You said loss, Maddie?
Oh, yeah. No, the Commanders are beating the shit out of you.
Davey?
Yes, I will agree with Matthew on this one.
All right. Minus the opening game. See, I had that as a loss. Did I? Yeah, we're losing that one. All right. Week 4 versus the Bears.
Is this a game that we have to pay attention to?
No, because it involves the Raiders. So we host a outdoor team in September, but we have to host them in a goddamn dome. Do we have?
I think you guys beat.
There is nothing we have better than they have, so I'm going loss. I have not, and Maddie, to your, I have not looked through the Raiders schedule. You said you were going into your blind. You're going into this blind for the Broncos. I'm going in blind for the Raiders. We are 0-4. Maddie, your prediction?
I got of you guys beating Chicago here. The quickest gun in the West is going to do what he does best in Chicago. He actually does beat the Bears quite often.
Davey, your thoughts, sir?
I think Vegas beats the Bears, yeah.
Brave souls. Week 5 at the Colts. I think we get this one. I think this is a mercy fuck win, though. Like, this is a legit 2 a.m. Baby, I haven't seen you in 6 months, but I'm desperate here. I think this is a mercy fuck win. But if we lose, I will not be at all surprised.
Well, it's another team that we don't know who the fucking quarterback's going to be by week 5. So
I'm giving this one a mercy fuck win. Though if we lost this and started 0-5, I will not at all be surprised. You gentlemen? Maddie, you
Oh,
said you think Raiders win this one.
Yeah, I got Vegas.
Okay, Davey.
Vegas.
All right, so we're in agreement there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Week 6, hosting the Titans. Ugh.
You will beat the Titans.
Yeah, I think I'm with Davey here. I think you guys beat Tennessee.
I think we do as well, but it's not going to be a victory. We can be like, oh, hey, look, we beat the. It's like, oh, hey, we scored more points than those guys. Week 7 at the Chiefs. Well, let's just, pass right on. Yeah. Is that a round of L's?
Yeah, you have
Yeah, I
no
think so.
zero chance of winning that game.
Patrick Mahomes in a wheelchair would beat us. With both ACLs torn, would beat us. That was week 7. Oh, week 8, we get a bye. Yay!
Dead center, damn near.
All right, all right. So I have us 2 and 5. 2 and 5 to start the year. Week 9. What do we host the sexy man, Trevor Lawrence's Jacksonville Jaguars. See, this is another team that
You will
It's
beat the You will beat the Jags.
I think we do beat the Jags just because they are so dysfunctional. But the problem is Trevor Lawrence is just
If he's not hurt by week 9,
yeah, that's right. I can't we just have him and never mind. So you think Raiders win this one, Maddie?
I want to say Jacksonville wins this one.
Okay, all right. Fair enough. Week 10 at Denver.
Hi. You guys are losing in Denver.
Oh, we're getting our rectum reconfigured. Sean Payton's gonna make mincemeat out of us, and that's a Thursday nighter, by the way. So we're playing on 3 days rest. It's this is gonna be a fisting.
Yeah, the vicious Vegas Raiders are not winning that game.
Week 11 versus the Cowboys, Monday Night Football from Vegas.
This makes me want to throw up.
It's why Monday Night Football is fucking atrocious anymore. It's not Monday Night Football. It used to be the game in town. Now it's NBC Sunday night. The Cowboys, Prescott, CD, but God, they are so just. And by this point, we're looking at week 11. We're into third week of November. We have a pretty good track record of fucking with Dallas. I'm gonna give us the dub here. I'm going a Raider dub on Monday Night Football. Maddie, your thoughts?
I'm gonna go with. I think I'm gonna go Dallas here because this
All
is
right.
gonna be another one of those games we don't want to watch, but we have.
Well, you never want to watch us. Like, don't plan your evenings around us. we will disappoint you at every turn. Davey, your thoughts? Us hosting the Cowboys on Monday Night Football.
Oh, you guys are going to get fucking obliterated.
See, I'm giving us a mercy fuck win there, also because I hate Dallas and just maybe we'll have some kind of hope and prayer there. Week 12, we host the Browns. I'm giving the dub here.
Congratulations.
A Davy dub?
Considering it's the Browns, yeah, you're going to beat them.
Yes. Maddie.
I think by week 12, Shedeur Sanders is going to be in at quarterback, and he's going to beat the Vegas Raiders.
That would be a Browns move. If that were to happen, I would not be shocked. He is classic Browns material. Week 13, at the Chargers, the Fighting Harbaughs, we are getting ass handled.
Obliterated.
Obliterated, not obliterated, but obliterated.
Bada bing, bada boom. Couple haters.
Maddie, care to weigh in on this annihilation?
This is the AFC West, my friends.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
You guys are going to get the equivalent of a fucking roll-up victory in professional wrestling. You guys are going to get a pick six to win this game.
Maddie, we've been friends now for many years. You don't have to pump me up. Like, you don't have to just tickle my taint for me to care about you,
no.
you know.
Yeah, this is the AFC West, because once we get to the next game, it's more of the same.
Well, we'll see what happens, you know, when it comes betting day. Week 14, hosting the Broncos. That's a big L. Maddie, you're going a dub for the Raiders there. Davey, your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm taking the Raiders at home now.
What the?
Do you forget how loud of a fucking stadium you guys are? Do you forget how much you guys...
We play in a fucking piss hole with a team that I wouldn't even field for a fucking Division II school. This is not a professional football team.
Cap, I was at the Broncos-Raiders game last year in Denver.
And were you not embarrassed by the product we put on the field?
Well, I was actually pretty impressed, because up until like 3 quarters in, you guys actually made it a contest.
Yeah, 3 quarters in. We need 4 quarters.
Well, exactly, but that's typical Raiders. But you guys show out, especially against the Broncos. You guys fucking hate us. So you guys...
Yeah, but we ain't good enough to beat you. You have Sean Payton and Bo Nix. We've got dumb fuck twat and diddly dickeradoo.
Well, you got the quickest gun in the West.
Oh, for Christ's sake, Maddie, I swear to God, if you continue to shove that shit in my face the rest of this season, the next time I see you, I am kicking you straight in the nuts. Straight cap size 14 nut shot. Week 15. Oh, look! Oh, we get to go to the Eagles. Oh my God! That's a L. Maddie gave the sign for an L. Davey, Raiders traveling to Philly.
To Philly, they have no chance of winning that game.
My thoughts exactly. Week 16 at the Texans.
They were weird last year. They were really weird last year.
They don't stand much of a chance of winning that game either.
I'm going to go Raider dub here for multiple reasons. Number one, I don't trust Houston. Number two, the last time we were in a playoff game in the wild card round, it was on my birthday, and we were down to our third string quarterback because we played Carr. He broke his leg. We played our backup guy. He broke his leg. We were down to our third string. I am going dub here. We are going to go to Houston, that cesspool shithole, and we are going to beat the Texans.
Now, I want to hear Davey's thoughts on this because he said there's no chance you guys beat Houston. So I want to hear what he had to say.
It's the Strouds and then 52 other schmucks.
I think last year in Houston was more of an aberration as it was the norm. So I think they regroup, refocus, and they beat the Raiders. I have them.
If we go 0-17, I will not be surprised, Davey. Believe me.
I have the Texans at a 12-5 record this year.
I'm throwing out hopes and dreams here. Maddie, your thoughts on this one?
I do have Houston winning this game. I do feel last year was a sophomore slump for CJ Stroud. And they're a more solid team than you think, Cap. Just because some of the parts are old doesn't mean they're not good. That defense is insane.
They're decent. Week 17, we host the Giants. We're taking that one.
Due to the aforementioned winless season by the Giants.
You're legit calling for an 0-17.
I am.
All right, Maddie.
Let's hop into the Giants after the Raiders real quick.
Okay, we can do that. Hey, we got all the time in the world. Maddie, your thoughts? Week 17, Raiders host Giants.
On paper, you guys should win this game.
Maddie, how many times, how many meals, how many beers, how many times Royal Rumble in San Antonio, all the things I've done for you, you're just going to just leave me out here with...
You guys are beating the Giants.
Thank God. For a moment, I thought you didn't love me, Maddie.
No, on paper, you guys should beat the Giants. So the only way that this doesn't work is if fucking absolute horse fuckery happens during this game.
Well, it's the NFL. Horse fuckery can happen at any time. Week 18, we host the Chiefs. Chiefs will have nothing to play for. They'll be playing their backups. We will have nothing to play for. We'll be playing a high school team from Pahrump. I'm going to give us the dub here just because, for the pure fact that, and believe me, I am not casting faith in the current roster that we have. I like what we have better than what we had last year. So, week 18, Chiefs have the number 1 seed in the AFC locked up. They're playing, Gabagool, Schmudabado, Schmo from wherever. I'm giving us the dub there. Davey, Maddie, your thoughts?
You first, Davey.
I would say the win in this one. Yeah.
Raiders with the dub.
Yeah, you guys win this game for the exact reason that Denver beat them last year.
Okay.
Playing backups.
So allow us, or I should say allow me to go through the...
Smith is at least better than a backup squad.
He ain't Wyatt fucking Earp. All right, so Davey, I have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have Davey with 9 wins for the Raiders.
Oh my God!
You have us with a winning record.
Not in the playoffs, but a winning record.
Well, at this point, fuck, I'll take it. Maddie, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you've got 8 and 9. So basically the flip of Davy. Cap has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Davy, God damn it, you and I are in agreement. Not on the games themselves, but overall, we are in agreement.
Nice to see you finally being right. Had to happen eventually.
Davey, has anyone ever told you you are a pretentious asshole when it comes to schedule predictions?
Very much so. Yeah.
I just did a quick scroll through the Giants' schedule, and Davey might be right here.
Okay, all right. So, all right. Let Cap. Okay, so we still have the Broncos to go. That's the main. Like Maddie, you're in the main event of the show. Broncos will be the big one. I do want to go through this Giants schedule just because I want to see how that works. I have to relieve some ballast. Give me about 60 seconds. I'll be back momentarily. We will look at the Giants schedule next because if we've got 2 out of 3 guys on this panel thinking they're going to be that pathetic dog shit.
There are a couple games. There are a couple games that they might be able to win, but once you look at this schedule, Cap, holy sweet fuck, are they? I don't know who made the Giants schedule this year, but Jackson Dart is going to have a hell of a time.
I mean, we can go through that, and Ray, if you want to hang out, we can maybe go through the Cowboys if time allows.
We'll go through the Cowboys next, maybe the Ravens, and then hit the Broncos because we might have time for.
All right. Well, let me hit the head. I'll be back in about 60 seconds. Oh, yay.
Davey, what the fuck is the schedule for the Giants?
I don't really think it matters. They're that bad. There's nothing there.
Yes, they might be that bad, but holy shit, dude. Normally a bad team gets like a mediocre schedule. This team has to run a damn gauntlet for 17 weeks.
You would think with the season they had last year, they would have got a little bit more of a favorable schedule.
That's what I'm saying. Like, holy shit.
Like, the Patriots have a more favorable schedule than the Giants, and we had a better record last year.
Like, oh my god. I think they got blown out. 1, 2, 3, 4. They get blown out the first 4 weeks. They might have the worst point differential in NFL history through 4 weeks. Because week 5 is maybe the only week that I see them having a chance.
Yeah, I don't see any hope for them whatsoever.
Good God. Let's see. Their bye week is week 14. So for 13 weeks, they have to run a gauntlet and 2 gimme teams, maybe. And the only gimme team is you guys. And I still think you guys win that game. Good Lord. Yeah, once Cap gets back, this is going to be one hell of a schedule to react to, man.
It's like someone was drinking when they made it up.
Okay. So this Giants business that I've been hearing through my earphones.
It's bad.
Well, see, this is what happened last year is we started going through like our teams and they were like, what the fuck's going to happen to these bastards? All right, so 2025 Giants. I'm just curious looking through these like our like non
teams that we don't care about.
Yeah, teams we don't care about that we predicted. Maddie, you had the Broncos 8-9 last year. I had the Raiders 2-15. Chiefs, I had 14-3. You had them 12-5. Cowboys, I had 9-8. You had them 8-9. Eagles, I had 10-7. You had 8-9. We were both wrong on that.
Super Bowl winners.
Yeah. Commanders, I had 8-9. You had 10-7. I think you may have called that one spot on.
I might have.
Chargers, I had 12-5. You had 8-9. Buccaneers, I had 8-9. You had 8-9 as well. So those were kind of the off last year. So, okay, Giants. All right, week 1. Let's go through this thing legit. Calm, cool, collected. Week 1, Giants at Commanders. They're getting their ass handed to them.
Absolute blowout.
Davey, okay, I'm just going. Davey is calling for 0-17, so Davey, I'm gonna put an X as a loss underneath every one of these games. If for some reason you change your mind while we're going through, or you think this is like a game that could kind of swing on a pendulum, let us know. We'll stop. We want to hear it. So week 2 at the Cowboys. Yeah, that's a loss.
Yeah, I think this is the second blowout in a row.
I'm just going to put just like straight X's down Davey's line unless he tells me otherwise. Maddie's got that one week 3 versus the Chiefs.
Who books this for Sunday Night Football?
God damn, that's fucking... What the fuck?
Kansas City blowing fucking the Giants out of the water. That's 3 blowouts in a row.
I've been blown in the water before, but this is ridiculous. Week 4 versus the Charger. That's a loss.
Again, getting their ass whipped, unless for some reason Jackson Dart goes off, but that's not happening.
Week 5 at the Saints. Okay, Davey. All right. I'm going to have to ask you to explain yourselves here. Or yourself. Not that I believe in the Saints that much, but you think they're that pathetic that they're worse than the Giants? This is like the first... Okay, week 5 is like, all right, Davey, what's the deal here? Tell me the story.
I have no faith in anything whatsoever that the Giants have constructed as a team this year in any area.
Like defense, offense, special, like there is nothing here to even remotely write home to mama about.
Nothing.
Okay, so Davey's calling loss there.
Yeah, this is the first game of the season that I feel like they actually stand a chance. They get blown out 4 weeks in a row. I think they stand a chance. However, I don't have faith that their defense will hold up. They still have Alvin Kamara out of New Orleans. If they get a run game started against the Giants, they're
Davey, can I ask one question here? And this is not selfish. This is just strictly as a football fan. Did Derek Carr's retirement play into your call of the win-loss of this game?
Certainly doesn't help.
I'll take that as a yes. Week 6 versus the Eagles. Well, that's
a primetime game, Cap. Thursday.
Are you fucking with me? What was it? 4 primetime games in a... Well, that's a Thursday night. Yeah, well, it's a Thursday. Thursday games can go fuck themselves.
Still, though, man, it's ridiculous. They're getting obliterated by the Eagles.
Week 7, Maddie at the Fighting Knicks Paytons. I'm calling that a loss.
They're coming to Denver? Yeah. No,
Coming to Denver.
I don't know.
Afternoon 3:05 game.
Altitude's going to beat the shit out of whatever quarterback they have. I don't think the Giants win this game. Denver's
okay, so I know Davey has this as an X, so we'll keep going here. At the Eagles, that's a yeah. No. Second verse, same as the first. I, Henry the Eighth, I am. Henry the Eighth, I am. Week 9 versus the 49ers.
Brock Purdy, that massive contract he just signed.
Which is going to cripple that team. They literally closed their Super Bowl window by signing him to that deal. They are done. He is not. He is not. I would $50 million. I would not pay him 20. He is a product of Shanahan, McCaffrey, Ayuk. He is a product of the system. Oh, God damn it! This is where I kind of maybe want to give the Giants an edge. It's 49ers. It's a CBS Sunday game. But the Giants are going to be so fucking bad that Purdy could jack his way off through this, so I'm giving them an X. Maddie?
Yeah, San Fran takes this one.
Davey has an X on this one too. So week 10 at the Bears.
This was another one that I think they might be able to. Might. I think I'm going to give it to the Giants. I think that they might beat the Bears.
Maddie's given this one, so you're giving them, so this would be put them at 1-9. You think they go on the road at Chicago? I mean, Chicago's nothing to write home about. They're dog shit as well.
I'm interested to see Caleb Williams sophomore year. I'm really interested to see his season.
Davey, I know you have this one as an X because you predict them to lose every game. But God, the Bears are so fucking putrid. Davey, I've got to side with you here, Davey. This is a loss.
Not only every game, I'm predicting to win. Like they'll lose all of them.
Well, I know. Okay, Davey, I understand. I'm from Arkansas. I'm, not maybe as educated as you are, but I do understand that not winning a single game means 0 wins. I know you haven't ascended to the title of mayor like myself, so I'm just trying to make things. You self-appointed yourself as mayor. Around here, I have to run for it, and with my record, shit. They dig into my history. All they got to do is go down on Dixon Street and, hey, have you ever encountered this man? Oh, sit down with your notepad.
Cap, is it like Texas where if you just show up with the biggest belt buckle, you're automatically the mayor?
No, nothing like that. Okay. Week 11 versus the Packers. That's a 12 p.m. Fox game. Jordan Love is just going to be better enough. I'm going L there. Davey has an L. Maddie.
Also, it's not just Jordan Love. You also got Josh Jacobs. They finally drafted a fucking wide receiver in the first round. This is going to be a good Packers team this year. I think
so far, Davey, I'm in line with you. Like I am maybe one kind of game, but I am not seeing much else. So Mini, oh, the Shih Tzu, Mini, come here. Oh goodness gracious,
12, Detroit. Yeah, no, absolutely fucking obliterated.
I'm trying to get this Ewok under control. Ugh. Week 12. At yeah, that's gonna be a
Look what I'm saying. Through 12 weeks, they've had 2 games where they stood a chance. Every other game has been they're getting obliterated.
the Ewok says hello.
Hello.
Minnie, come on. The couch is over there. Go lay down. Relax, baby girl. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. Okay, that was week 12 at the Lions. I gotta check one message real quick. All right. So that was from the hubby. All clear there. All right. Week 13 at the Patriots. What did I have this at? Patriots. Week 13.
I know what I have.
I had this a win for the Patriots. God damn it, Davey. We understand the mathematics of 0-17. You're not picking them to win a goddamn fucking game, asshole. We're not that inbred and retarded. I hate to use that word. I apologize. We're not that inbred and inarticulate when it comes to arithmetic. But yes.
I seen a video on the Twitter the other day that says otherwise.
Well, you know.
First thing I thought is like, oh look, the next president.
Sweet Jesus. It's like that Norm Macdonald, well, you know, a man grows. Let's see here. All right. So that was week 13. Maddie, I'm guessing you're going X there from your previous
from my previous
iteration. Week 14, they got a bye. Okay, they get to kind of regroup, you know, get themselves together, you know.
They will lose that too.
Well, yeah, so there will be a firing. Somebody's going to get fired, and it's not going to be the right person.
Somebody on the team will lose their fucking phone or something. They'll find a way to lose on that bye.
Davey, how do you lose a game that you don't actually play in?
That's how bad they are.
That bad?
Confidence in them.
You have, well, I guess that would be a great deal or a great little of confidence, one of the two.
Unconfidence.
Unconfidence.
Yes.
All right. So week 15 versus Washington. Yeah, they're screwed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Another obliteration.
Week 16 versus the Vikings. Okay. Hosting the Vikings, dome team, traveling east, outdoors. The Vikings are not going to be what they were last year. We have no clue. Okay, this is like my second Davey. Okay, I'm not saying I disagree with you here, but I want to know what the fuck you're thinking.
Which of the two teams in question owns Justin Jefferson?
That was going to be my point as well. It didn't matter who their quarterback was last year because Justin Jefferson had over 100 receiving yards.
This late in the season, you don't think just maybe home run by Kyle Tucker? Davey, by the way, in our in the Red Stitch rotisserie, you've been chapping my ass, you know, here a little bit, and I'm still not only ahead, like winning the league, but I'm kicking ass. So, are you ready to
kicking ass? Nothing, man. You look at the stat categories.
I see Cap is at 95 points. Davey is at 89. You lost points.
You're not looking at the bigger picture. You're just looking at the surface numbers, which is fine. I want you to continue doing that.
Let's see. I'm up 3 points on you in runs. You've got me in 2 points on RBIs. I'm 6 better than you in strikeouts. Stolen bases, I got your ass absolutely
Right.
whipped. Batting
Right.
average, I'm
Where?
3
Right.
better.
How
Ops, you've
far
got me
away
by
am I?
2.
And how far away am I from climbing multiple spots in the stolen base category? And look at who I just recently picked up, and what does he specifically do?
Okay, Davey, if you want to get technical, let's look at the details and see who Davey
Right.
picked up. I mean, if we're just gonna, all right. Added Trevor Larnock, Minnesota. Who the fuck is Trevor Larnock? Let me.
The fact that you have to
Players.
ask that is why you will lose.
Trevor Larnock, Minnesota.
The person you
E-
should be looking at is Chandler St. Simpson. They have him on that list
Abraham
strictly
Simpson.
to specifically do one thing.
I used to have Simpson on my team, but then I realized he couldn't fucking hit the broadside of a barn to get himself on.
OPS and everything else seems to be pretty good.
Simpson hands stole 2 bases as a pinch runner in Monday's loss, suffered hand and facial injuries.
That was prior.
Let's see. Innings pitched, you got me by 2. Strikeouts, you got me by 3. Quality starts, I got you by 3. ERA, all right, we're neck and neck there. Whip, you got me by 1. We're neck and neck there. Save holds, you've got my ass. Yeah, there's no even competition there.
You and I will be going back and forth at the end of the year.
Well, Davey, I wouldn't have it any other way. If this entire season is just you and I just trading, punches, I wouldn't have it any other way. It'll be a fun stretch for the rest of the season. Anyway, back to the Shithausens. Oh, by the way, I have to say this. Congratulations to Danhausen and his wife. They are expecting another child. Uh, we know the unfortunate circumstances surrounding their first pregnancy. Now, the Duchess of the Derriere, I believe is the translation in French, is expectant with uh, Sunhausen. So, congratulations, Danhausen, Mamahausen, Sunhausen, and may they have a full Hausen. Uh, Fantastic. I love it for Danhausen. He's such an awesome guy. And I've never even talked to the guy. All right, Vikings. You played the Justin Jefferson card, which is that's not the wrong card to play. Do you think by this point at the season, JJ McCarthy has blossomed like to where he's useful? I'm guessing you do based on the L there, but
Well, beating the Giants is no huge feather in anyone's cap. Like we're
yeah, I mean, well, see, I don't love their quarterback. I don't even think that much of Jefferson without a competent, decent quarterback. But I love their coaching staff. I like how they
I don't
put
have
their.
Minnesota. I don't have Minnesota making the playoffs.
I may not either, but I would see for this. For me, it's not a player matchup. It's a coaching matchup. So that's why I'm going Vikings here. Because I have, apart from Justin Jefferson, I have no faith with anyone because I've not seen who their quarterback is, but I like their coaching staff more than the Giants, so I'll give the Giants the L here. Maddie,
Oh yeah, I'm going Minnesota here. I think they still have Aaron Jones, don't they?
Aaron, who knows?
I was about to say, if they can get a solid run game established against the Giants, then that opens JJ McCarthy up for several passes. As long as that happens, I think they beat the Giants.
All right, week 17 at the Raiders. And I believe I had
that for
winning
you.
that one. So that's an X for me. That's an X for Davey. And Maddie, you had the Giants winning this one, Maddie.
Oh, I did. Okay. So they got two
Silly
wins for
Maddie.
me.
So week 18 versus the Cowboys. Oh God, Jerry Jones is going to be in a mental asylum. Dak Prescott's going to be in traction. CD Lamb's going to be pulling an Antonio Bryant. But they're on the road. It's it's not gonna matter. They're gonna fucking lose this one. Davey,
Oh, Davey popped out.
we lost the Davey. I think he's right
Uh,
here, Matty. Oh, Davey's
oh, there
back.
he is. Yeah,
Davey,
he's definitely right here.
I think you're right here. Uh, I mean, I would have to take a look at other teams and schedules and kind of break it down, but I can see your point of view. I can think of maybe two games the Giants might be a coin flip in, but if you have them going 0-17, I, I I'm inclined to kind of join you on that one. Davey, Cap is going to agree with you here. They could legit go 0-17.
Oh, they can straight up go 0-17. I just see them winning two games.
So Matty has them 2-15. Well, we shall take the Giants and file them away.
Up next, I got the Cowboys.
Oh yeah. Well, Ray, you're such a wonderful guy. You've been hanging around for so long. We can get to the Broncos in a bit. All right, let's do the Cowboys for Ray. All right, Ray, are you still there? Send us a message in the chat. We are going through the Cowboys schedule, Ray. This is your time to either shine or shun. NFL. Let's see here. Let me get this schedule.
Week 1 is not fun for them.
Okay. Got the Cowboys. All right. So week 1. Let me write this 2025. Skip Bayless's. Davey. Maddie. Cappy. All right. So week 1. Thursday night, Jerry managed to suckle some dick into this one. Week 1 at the Eagles on opening night to get their twats rearranged. Ray, we are going through the Cowboys. Oh, what wrong screen there. Can you answer my question? Should they ban the tush push? No, it's up to other teams to stop it.
If you
Don't
can't stop it,
don't whine, don't
blame.
bitch. Figure out a way to stop them. Ray,
Teams have stopped it.
so week 1 at the Eagles Cowboys. Uh,
Philly is going to blow Dallas out of the water.
I hate Dallas, so I'm going to go with the X here. We're going with the who was that Cowboys wide receiver? Was it Michael Irvin or was it what's his name who couldn't hold Des Bryant? Yeah, we're putting up the X here. You guys are losing this one. Davey, your thoughts, sir?
I'm just going to cut to the chase on this one to make Ray extremely happy and say that I have the Cowboys of Dallas finishing with a 14-3 record this year.
Okay, Davey, you shall have to explain yourself. Week 1, do you see them dub or
Well,
L?
see, well, to easily explain it, 14 means they're going to win 14 games, and 3 means they'll lose 3 of them.
Davey, I'm more than competent in that
Well,
particular
you
aspect.
asked. I explained it.
I was speaking more in terms of this particular game. You're predicting a Dallas win here?
Dallas win.
Wow. Why? What is about Dallas that you see that makes you think they're worthy of
A win?
attention? Yeah, I mean they're facing the Super Bowl champions.
Yeah.
Thursday night, NBC at Philly. Um,
Well, they're 2 top-tier teams. One of them has to win
no,
because
one's the top tier
they
team.
can't.
The other is, go ahead.
One of them has to win. They can't do this WWE style where they just DQ it after 4 quarters, right? So,
Unfortunately,
right. So I just think Dallas comes out. I think they got a lot to prove this year. I think picking up Pickens was a huge thing. It's going to alleviate some of we have to throw everything to CD Lamb, right? And I think Dak Prescott has a shit ton to prove this year, which he does.
I will agree with you there. I do love Dak Prescott. I will give you that. So Davey has them winning week 1. Week 2, they host the Giants, which we know we just went through the Giants. Um, Maddie, what were your Giants thoughts
I
here?
had Dallas blowing New England out of the water.
Yeah, let me just put this back here. So yeah, Maddie, you had a big L for them. Ray, are you just going to basically say Dallas goes 17-0? I'm guessing that's your thing here.
Oh, is Ray to put it in wrestling terms? Is he like one of those fucking Mercedes and live stands that just think like everything is always good?
Something like that. So week 3 at Chicago.
I got a Dallas win here.
I'm going L. Maddie's going dub. Ray, I'm just going to put check marks beside every game. You're predicting a 17-0 season. We know the Ray. So where was I at? Here, and where was that? Davey, at the Bears. Your thoughts?
Win.
Okay, week 4, they are hosting the Packers.
They will not lose.
You've got them beating Green Bay. I've got Green Bay beating them.
I've got
Oh,
Green Bay beating them as well.
well, not everybody can be right all the time. Sometimes it's just a third of a room, right?
At the Jets, Jesus Christ. I'm guessing this one's going to be well, yeah, I would call that a dub for just about anybody. At the Jets, I'm guessing that's a Davey win.
Oh, most definitely, yes. Because it's the Jets. Jets are going to jet
Mm,
unless you're Kevin Knight.
yeah, something like that. Maddie, we know that.
I do feel that the Jets are going to be a little bit better this year than they were last year, but they're not beating Dallas.
I think the Jets will be more cohesive. I don't know if that's the right word, but they'll look better. But I don't think the record will reflect the improvements that they actually made. I think we'll see that next year.
Yeah, I agree. I 100%.
So, Maddie, the Jets, you have Dallas taking that one?
Yeah, Dallas is beating New York.
So Davey has them 4-1. You have them 2-3. Ray Ray has them 5-0. I have them 1-4. At Carolina,
You have them at what, Captain?
I have them at 1-4.
Okay,
Well,
so
with
you just don't.
Carolina, I'll make that 2-4.
Okay, so you just don't like the Dallas Cowboys.
Well, it's not just a don't like, it's an understanding and a realization that this team is basically
Your Honor,
being.
Your Honor, uh, may I have your permission to treat the witness as a hostile witness? Yes or no, Mr. Captain? Do you dislike the Dallas Cowboys? Please answer the question.
I
Perjury is a sin.
despise the Dallas Cowboys. I despise
There
their
we
fan
go.
base.
There
I
we
despise
go.
everyone on their team except for Dak Prescott and Micah Parsons. I
You
think
know
that
what you need to
entire.
attend? You need to attend bias anonymous meetings because you're biased towards.
See, I've got Carolina winning for the reason that this is going to be Carolina's turnaround season.
No.
I think that they're going to eke this one out over Dallas. It's going to be a close game, but last year they had a very close game.
Ray Ray, you have them at 6-0, by the way.
I think Carolina takes this one.
Oh wait, no. He took Green Bay. Davey, you're at the Panthers. Your call.
Oh, Dallas.
Okay.
Would your top receiver in the year 2025 is probably Adam fucking Thielen? You have some issues.
Well, I have a.
This year.
Nothing against Adam. I'm sure he's a fine fellow. He's had a nice career, but also 2025 Adam Thielen.
Yeah, he's old as shit, but I do like Xavier Leggett though. Good wide receiver over there.
Week 7 hosting Washington. This is a loss.
This is a win. Why are you getting all these wrong? Oh yes, because you just fucking hate Dallas. That's why.
Because Jaden Daniels is a far better quarterback than Dak Prescott, though I do really like
Yeah.
Dak Prescott.
Yeah.
And Mike McCarthy is a fucking moron.
What year is Jaden in now? Year what?
Second.
This is his sophomore season.
Right. Didn't we briefly touch on Houston earlier?
I was about to say that's what makes me think this is going to be a season split this year.
Yeah. And the down year that Mr. Stroud had in his what season was last year? I forget now. His what?
His second, I believe.
Yeah, that's it. Jane will
so you've got him at 6-1.
Not
Maddie has him
Dallas,
3-3 up until this. We haven't had Maddie's call.
I think Washington wins.
Ray takes Cowboys.
They lose this one in Dallas.
So you've got 3-4. Ray has them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-2. I've got them 2-6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2-5. Davey's got them 3, 4, 5, 6-1. All right. Well, Davey likes his.
I have Dallas winning this one, right?
Well, let's get to this one. Week 8, CBS afternoon at Denver.
Oh, Denver's winning this one.
Yes, they are.
No, they are not.
Oh, for Christ's sake. Davey, is Tim Hortons coffee just not strong enough? I mean, come on, brother. Ray, your call on them on their suicide mission to Denver, Colorado. Davey's going Denver.
I'm really interested to see this Denver defense this year. Hopefully, the kid that we drafted is as good as he was at Texas.
Week 9, hosting the Cardinals. God, this is going to be Puke City.
I think this is an easy one for Dallas.
I'm taking this as a win for Dallas as well.
Finally,
Ray.
he's got this one right. Congratulations.
Well, Davey, I strive to make you proud of me. It's I wake up in the morning, I go to sleep at night. Like, what can I do or say that will make Davey proud of me?
If more people had that as a goal in life, they would be much better off.
Oh, Christ. Week 10, Dallas is on a bye. Do they win that one too?
No, they have to rest from all this winning. Give me a break.
Week 11.
Fucking exhausted. Man.
Dallas at the Raiders. I had us taking that one.
The vicious Vegas Raiders.
Let's see.
Will look like what they did to the War Raiders.
Maddie, you took the Cowboys there.
Maddie was correct.
All right, so we are up to week 12 versus the Eagles, hosting the Eagles in Dallas. That is a Fox game of the week. I guess Jerry sucked off the right dude.
The Philadelphia Eagles will go into enemy territory and come out with the victory.
Oh,
so
David.
Winning this one.
Yes, Eagles are taking this one because they're just the better fucking team. Week 13, hosting the Chiefs. That is Thanksgiving.
I think Dallas wins this one. I think Dallas wins this one because it's Thanksgiving.
I think you're wrong, Maddie. I think this is a win for his almightiness, the P-Homes.
I am agreeing with this. I think the Chiefs, by this point of the season, will have figured out some things that they did not figure out at the beginning of the year, and they will beat the Cowboys.
Because the first word of your explanation started with the word D. For a split second, I thought you were going to say the Chiefs win this by disqualification.
I haven't seen that victory for the Chiefs yet.
I mean, what is Jerry gonna run in and spear Patrick Mahomes?
Andy Reid runs in from the sidelines and hits Dak Prescott with a chair, causing a disqualification.
At Lions, they're getting waxed. Bartholomew.
I don't think Detroit is going to be the same team that they were last year.
They will not be the same team, but they are still better than this shit heap.
But both teams, I believe, are going to be coming off of the same, week-long rest time because
the Lions play on Thanksgiving. They're coming off the same amount. Oh wait, no, that's Thursday night. So literally.
They both play on Thursday night and then Thursday night the next week. So they both have 7 days rest.
Detroit's got the better roster. They're taking it.
They do. But are they going to be healthy? Detroit's issue last year was being injured to high hell the entire season.
Well, is Detroit going to be healthy but better coached versus Dallas, who may not be healthy but is coached by a goddamn moron and a GM who thinks he's Emperor Palpatine?
You're forgetting one important factor in your calculations there, though, Captain.
Which would be?
You hate the fucking Dallas Cowboys, and you're just going to pick them to lose anyway.
I hate stoplights, Davey, but that doesn't mean I'm going to grab a .22 and start shooting them out.
You could, though.
It's the same premise of you hate Hangman Page because of what he did to fucking Camel Jockey. Camel
Jockey? Oh, David, you are just here to bust my nuts tonight. you are having fun with me, and I'll allow it because I love you, Davey.
You know what's gonna?
And I told you, did I not tell you a few nights ago? Like, okay, Davey, that's a dub in your You
Yeah.
know
You know what else is going to bust nuts?
what?
When he's sitting on the back of that fucking camel going over the dunes.
I think.
What
I
match
think
am
I
I
have
on,
to go
Papa?
Detroit.
What match am I in, Papa H?
Maddie's going Detroit.
I have to.
Davey, are you going with the camel, the old guy, or the Cowboys? At this point, I don't know what the hell. Is this a triple
Oh,
threat? Is this a fatal
well,
four-way? Is this a Money in the Bank? What the fuck?
I believe I already had Dallas at their 3 losses for the year, so this would be a win.
Wait, one. I had this only as their second. You have them losing to the Giants
And the Eagles.
and the Eagles.
No, he did not have him losing to the Giants. He had him beating the Giants.
No, I have everyone beating the Giants.
So where are the at this point? I've only seen having them lose to the Eagles week 12 when they host them.
I don't know. I might have had this. I don't know. I finished at a 14-3 record. I have 3 teams in that conference finishing at 14-3: Detroit, Dallas, and Philadelphia.
Okay. Well, I mean, let's continue to go here. I mean, and I'm trying to keep this as spot on as I possibly can. Week 15, they host the Vikings. I'm going to call that a win.
Yeah, I think that's a win for Dallas.
Okay.
Because I don't know what this Minnesota team's going to look like. Again, I think last year
Yeah, I mean, it's May 20th. I mean, oh, fucking goddamn it. MLB Big Inning, the actual fucking pay-per-view baseball package I pay for. I got it. Anyway, Davey, you're so you think Cowboys Vikings week 15?
Oh, Cowboys.
Okay. So that puts us at week 16 versus the Chargers. They are getting Harbaugh'd. Just as the same as many teams get. That just doesn't work for me, brother.
Chargers are going to be an issue this year.
An issue?
I do think they're an issue this year.
What's the issue? They're awesome. They have a great coach.
I think the Chargers beat the Cowboys here.
All right. Davey?
Oh, Chargers.
Okay. So that's your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's your second Cowboys loss that I'm seeing. All right. So 17, they are at the Jaden Daniels.
Give me a commies win.
Yep, me as well. Davey?
I think they do stumble in this one.
So there's your third loss.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that means week 18 at the Giants. Well, yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, all right. That's a dub.
if the Cowboys are fully healthy, this is a 40-0 win for the Cowboys.
All right, so let's do the calculations here via basic arithmetic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Davey, you have the Cowboys starting out 10-0. So 14-3.
Well, if you're going to finish at 14-3, right, you have to string together a significant amount of wins in order to do that at some point.
Yes, you do, sir. You do have to string together an incredible quantity of wins in order to put together a record like that. Maddie's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 and 8 makes that 17. Ray, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. With a toss-up, 11, 12, 13, 14. So Ray Ray's basically in your camp. Could be an extra win more. Cap has it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 for Le Boy de.
All right, I
Maddie,
got
I
one
gave you
more.
the subscription like password info for MLB Big Inning. Have you used that at all yet?
I've been too busy to, but I need to because we just
Well,
put a
I'm
couple
enjoying
games
it
in.
right now, and it's pretty damn awesome. I'm not going to show it on my camera because affiliations.
Copyright.
I'm watching the Red Sox game for free as I watch everything.
No, I've got one more team before the Broncos, and that is the Baltimore Ravens.
Well, we don't have Dev.
Exactly, but we can get his after the fact.
Okay, we can get his after the fact. All right, we'll save Sean Payton and Bo Picks for. It's amazing what I do for my good friends. I'm actually going to do this in 4, so I'll leave a column open for for Devin.
This is an interesting.
It is. It really is. I mean, I wish Dev was available tonight, but let me see.
I feel like this schedule is tailored to get Baltimore into the play.
Oh.
Like some of these games, Baltimore should just win.
I don't necessarily think you're wrong there, Maddie. And I think Baltimore is kind of starting to benefit from the Roger Goodell. Oh, they've got a star quarterback. We got to suck that cock, type
Everybody
of.
loves Lamar.
I mean, and I love Lamar. I do. Like I legit. I think Lamar Jackson is a phenomenal, awesome quarterback. I think he just is. How do I phrase this appropriately? He's coached by good people. He has a subpar roster, and when the time comes, he's a chicken shit. So, so we've got the Davy, the Maddie, the Dev, which we'll fill in later, and the Cap. All right. So Baltimore Ravens, Sunday night football opening week at Les Allens.
Let's go with Davey first.
Davy, go ahead, sir.
See what I got them at this year. I have them finishing at 14-3.
Okay.
Not winning the
I
division.
have not looked at the schedule, but I'm not. I'm like 1 or 2 wins inherently opposed, but I'll have to see the schedule. So, at the Bills, week 1, Sunday night football.
Do you have them winning, Davey?
Against the Bills? No.
I have them losing as well.
Sunday night football in Buffalo. I do think Buffalo takes this game. Again,
All right.
Derrick Henry will put a couple people into the air.
He does that every game, Maddie.
And he's going to do that several games this year.
Week 2, they host the Browns. I think I can call that a round of dubs.
Pretty safe bet on that one.
Okay. All right. Okay. So we can dubs. Well, Mansfield would probably say the Browns would win, but he's not here. Week 3 versus the Lions, Monday Night Football.
This will be a good game.
Oh, they host.
I think Detroit takes this one.
I think Baltimore takes this one. You think Detroit? Davey, you are the tiebreaker here.
I had Detroit taking this one, I believe.
Ooh. All right. Week 4 at the Mahomeses.
Are you guys ready for everybody's favorite game of the year? The game in which it should be the playoffs that the win should happen? But no, it's going to happen early in the fucking season. Baltimore beats Kansas City early in the season, loses to them in the playoffs.
I'm picking Baltimore in this one too.
I'm taking the Chiefs.
Oh, Cap might have it reversed this year.
Week
We got
5 versus.
we have a
Go
Joe
ahead,
Henry
Debbie.
live concert tonight going up against a Trick Williams rap performance this evening. What the fuck are they doing?
Jesus.
Christ.
Week 5, the Ravens host the Texans.
Ravens.
Yep.
This should be a fun game. Again, I think CJ Stroud comes out of his sophomore slump. Fuck it, give me Houston.
Maddie, you presently have the Ravens starting out 2-3. Week 6, hosting the Rams.
Ravens win.
Yeah, the Ravens beat the Rams.
I'm going Rams here because I think Sean McVay is the smartest, best coach in football, and he is going to.
That the Rams are going to, with old man Stafford, are going to beat the Ravens.
McVay with Stafford is better than Harbaugh 2 and Lame R. So I'm going Rams there. And also that's a 12 o'clock game. So week 7 bye. Ravens.
Midnight?
What was that, Davey?
They're playing at midnight?
No, that's week 6 at 12 p.m. noon.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Yeah. So week 7 they got a bye. Then they host the Bears. That's a win.
Should be an easy win for Baltimore.
Davey?
Yeah, easy.
All right. That's week 8. Week 9, it is at the Dolphins. That's
Win.
Ravens.
That's a win.
Do you guys see that date? That's Devil's Night. That's the night before Halloween. Weird shit happens. Miami gets this winner.
So, Maddie, you have the Ravens 4 and 4 to start the year. Week 10 at Les Vikings.
It would be a win.
That is a win over Minnesota.
Ooh. It's a win, but it's an ugly one. It's a win, but it's an ugly one. Week 11 at the Browns. I think we all know it.
That's a win.
Shedeur Sanders is going to throw 3 interceptions in this game.
So that's a round of dubs. Week 12 versus the Jets. That's a win.
That's a win.
That's a win.
They should beat the Jets. I'm going Baltimore.
Week 13 versus the Burrows. The Joe Burrows.
That would be a loss. But
They host them. They're losing a home game.
Where they're playing and they're losing to them.
That's also Sunday Night Football.
That's Thursday night.
They're going to lose.
Wait.
They could be.
Oh yeah.
Ravens,
Maddie, you're right. Yeah, that's
the
Thursday.
Ravens could be playing that game in the Winnipeg fucking Superdome in front of 700,000 people.
They're coming off 3 days rest. And they just played Cleveland's pass rush. They just dealt with the Jets. So, Davey, you called that a win for the Bengals, correct?
Win for the Bengals. Bengals win.
I'm going Baltimore. I think Baltimore's run game is going to absolutely demolish Cincinnati.
Oh, Christ. It's late in the year. Hosting since. I'm giving Baltimore the dub here. I'm giving them the dub. But I will go on record as stating if they lose this and lose it bad, I ain't going to be surprised. Week 14 versus Steelers. That's a win. Cap win. Davey win. Maddie.
Oh, yeah. They're going to
Maddie
Pittsburgh.
win.
We still don't know who their fucking quarterback is.
They don't know who their quarterback is. It could be Ernest T. Bass. Which, please, God, for the love of Christ, my good friend Urinating Tree, please give us Ernest T. Bass in the black and gold. It will be Days of Our Steelers Part 3. I sent a message on it as I was like, dude, this is you. It's like, dude, I love you so much, but you are so fucked. Week 15 at the Joe Burrows.
So do you guys remember that game from last year where they had an absolute shootout and it went into overtime? We're getting that part 2. That game's happening again, and this game's going to Baltimore. I think Baltimore beat Cincinnati in the season series, sweeping them.
Bengals take this one. Davey?
Baltimore takes this one.
Ooh. Week 16
this is going to be a gunfight
versus the Patriots. Because neither team can play defense. We know that.
So Baltimore beats the Patriots.
Yeah, Baltimore beats New England easily, yes. I think.
17 at the Packers.
They beat the Packers.
I like Harbaugh and Lamar over Love and LaFleur in this game, so I'm going to go Baltimore.
That is, was that week 17? That's a flex game, by the way, which could get flexed into Sunday night. Oh, Christ almighty. That's at Green Bay. That could be a Sunday in December. Yeah, but it's Baltimore. I mean, they're used to that there, so that's not really going to necessarily be a factor. So it comes down to, okay, Lamar's a better quarterback than Jordan. Harbaugh's a better coach than LaFleur. Ooh, I might like LaFleur a little bit.
But the Packers are a little more than Baltimore is.
God damn, this is the game so far tonight that I am like, oh. I'm taking the Packers. I am taking the Packers. Maddie, you took Baltimore?
Yep.
And then week 18 at Pittsburgh.
God, I feel bad for Steelers fans. I'm taking Baltimore.
I don't. I have no sympathy for them.
I'm taking Baltimore too. I just Steelers. They have got to move off from Tomlin. Like, I know the Steelers have this thing. They don't fire coaches. They don't fire quarterbacks. They don't fire coordinators. God damn it, you stupid sons of bitches. It's time to start firing some motherfuckers because you can't do fucking shit with Mike Tomlin as your head coach. You'll be 9-7 or 9-8. You'll have a winning record. Go fuck yourselves. Fire his ass.
Not this year, they won't.
I just realized I have the Ravens winning their last 9 games.
So, all right. Well, let's take the final accounting. You know, it's Ebenezer Scrooge and Bob Cratchit So, Davey, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 3. Maddie, uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis, siete, ocho, nueve, diez, once, doce, trece, 13, and 4. Almost wanted to go usually. Oh, dos, tres, catorce. Hello, hello. I suck. Sorry, I'm not a U2 fan. I like The Edge, but past that. Anyway, Cap has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I have them 12 and 5. Dev is probably going to have him 17 and 0 because that's Dev. So Davey, you feel the best. Maddie's second best. Me third best. And I just, I don't. What they have, they're not getting better. They're just sort of slowly sliding. And it's not Lamar. It may not even be the coaching staff. It's just they don't have the players. Get rid of this old piece of shit at running back. Hey, maybe get some defensive players. Hey, maybe get Lamar some actual weapons who don't have arthritis in their knees. Hey, maybe, get him an offensive line. I know I sound like an ass.
This is Sam Spies coming in, and Derrick Henry has not had 8,000 yards. There has not had a 1,000-yard season a single year.
Davey, you think I hate the Cowboys? I hate Derrick Henry more.
Yes, I can tell.
And that's the thing he's the most wrong about.
You know how I can tell? Because you're very consistent.
Old washed up piece of shit should never have been anything in the fucking league at all.
You completely ignore the person's talent and what they bring to the table.
Because I don't like who they are. I don't like their talent.
And you replace that with how much you hate them and then base your opinion on it from there. It's a bit of a flawed system, but hey, it's a system.
Well, it's a system that has served me well and it has allowed me to be able to sleep at night because irregardless of what the people or the smart folks or the fans or the whatever think, and that as well. I get to go to sleep every night saying, Derrick Henry, you should have not been even remotely anything in this league. You were worn down by Nick Saban. You should have never been anything with the Titans. You somehow were something, and then get signed.
How many yards did he rush for last year?
Over 1,000.
Right. Worn down.
Yeah, he should have basically been an afterthought by the time he even got into the league. How many times did he carry the ball in Alabama?
Right. But you said last year that
he's touched the ball. Clearly, he's the better running back out of anybody.
Well, because mathematically, from college to pro, once you've had 1,800 touches, you're fucked.
You said he was, but you said going into last year that he was washed. And
he was washed every year.
And you continued to push that narrative for the entire season. Never once did it prove to be correct.
Davey, it doesn't matter if it's correct. It's as long as I can sleep at night. That's what I have to be able to lay my head on my pillow next to my pups and my man and think, Derrick Henry, you're going to get like 500 carries for 3.5 yards a carry.
So here's how I have the season. So here's how I have the conferences playing out. Number 1 seed, Buffalo Bills. Number 2 seed, Cincinnati Bengals. Number 3 seed, the Chargers from wherever they're from now. Slotting in at number 4, just doing it because they win the division, the Houston Texans. Number 5, Kansas City Chiefs. Number 6, Baltimore Ravens. Number 7, Miami Dolphins. Number 8, New England Patriots. Over on the other side of the fence, I got San Francisco slotting in at number 1, Detroit at number 2, Dallas at number 3, Tampa Bay with their fucking sparkling 9-8 record at number 4. They got to fix that. Do something with that. Like
San Francisco, I get because San Francisco has the easiest fucking schedule in the last 10 years.
Get slotted in by whatever your record is. Just because you won a division that's complete shit doesn't mean you be slotted fourth. But anyway, number 5 would be Philadelphia, 6th, Seattle, 7th, the Rams, 8th, Green Bay. Those are my playoff teams.
San Francisco, they may very well win 12 to 14 games this year for no other reason than their schedule is weaker.
They have a very favorable schedule, yeah.
Oh, yes, Davey. Yes, they do have an incredibly favorable schedule. It's almost as if Goodell and his cronies got together and said, you know what? Let's the 49ers back in the NFC Championship game. Let's give them a schedule where they can basically just...
The other thing that I took out in determining getting them to the number 1 seed in that particular conference is your absolute dislike of Brock Purdy. I took that out of my equation.
It's not a dislike. It's just an understanding that he is exceptionally limited. You take Christian McCaffrey, Brandon Ayuk, Trevor Williams. You take all these little bitty toys, Kyle Juszczyk, all that away. He's supposed to get you to the dance. No. He is a system guy, a coach guy. Unless he has everything just working all perfect, he's 7-8 wins. But we have gotten to the main event of the evening. Scheduled
not looked at this
for one
yet.
fall. It is for the Denver Heavyweight Championship of the World. Are you ready?
Let's get this over with.
Week 1. Denver hosts Tennessee.
I'm really hoping Cam Ward doesn't come out of the gate fucking on fire. So I hope Denver wins this one.
Davey?
This one here, I got the Broncos beating the Titans.
All right. Week 2 at the Colts.
The Broncos beating the Colts.
I want to be confident in this one, but this feels like a trap. But come on, Denver, beat Indianapolis.
This is a trap. Broncos drop this one. Week 3 at the Chargers.
They will lose.
Getting their asses handed to them.
Yeah, they're going to lose against the Chargers.
Yeah, we're in SoFi. I don't think we're winning that game.
So you're on a tough 3-game stretch with this here.
Week 4.
I'm looking at it right now. I'm not happy about it.
Versus the Joe Burrows. Another loss.
You're going to lose against the Bengals.
This is Monday Night Football. This is in Denver. Please, for the love of God, I need my defense to come through. This is my mom's birthday. Denver wins this game.
You have them at 3-1. I have them at 1-3. Davey has them at 2-2. Week 5 at the Eagles. Obliterated. Davey, what'd you say?
But they're going to lose against the Eagles. So 2-3.
I don't like this game at all. We are losing to Philadelphia. Also, why the fuck are we the London game?
I told you, Maddie, what it was like 7-10 days ago, I looked at Denver's schedule. I was like, you guys got fucked.
Where are they playing the game at? The O2?
Tottenham.
Tottenham
Was that?
Hotspurs. So that is a Sunday versus the Jets, but it's in London. God damn! I mean, I've got to give this one to Denver. I mean, Jesus Christ, they cannot be that bad.
I don't think they're bad. It's just that they're not.
Ray, your
playoff.
question. New rule change doesn't matter if you win your division or they will reseed in the playoffs. I'm kind of torn on that one, to be honest, Ray. I think winning your division should matter, but at the same time, we have, as Davey pointed out earlier, situations where your division is dog shit and you won by default. So I'm kind of 50-50 on that one. London, Maddie.
Bay is going to win their division just due to the fact that they're somewhat competent.
Yes.
God, I hope we win this game, but I don't like the fact that Denver is playing the London game. I think this is the first London game. So,
are you going X or are you going check mark, Maddie?
The Jets are used to being out there, but Justin Fields isn't. I'm gonna take Denver. I'm gonna take Denver. If we lose to the Jets, it's gonna be sad. And if we lose to this next team, it's also going to be sad. We're playing.
Just whoa. Davey, your prediction?
I have the Broncos beating the Jets, and you also know my next pick because the next game is the Giants. So back to the Broncos.
Giants in Denver. That's a rematch of Super Bowl 2025.
One of them.
It's a CBS game. I swear to shit, if they've got Phil Simms calling this game.
I've got them winning this one as well. I know Maddie does. I'm just curious. I believe it was Super Bowl 25. Let me double check my remembrance because I know Cap is, getting old and can't remember shit anymore. Super Bowl 25. That was Bills and Giants. 24. Broncos 49ers. Oh well. I remember the Broncos and the Giants played in the Super Bowl. Anywho, we are up to week 8. Let us scroll down. The Broncos host the Cowboys. It is a Saturday or Sunday afternoon game. I am giving this one to Denver.
Denver at Houston.
Maddie, you gave this one to the Cowboys, and Davey, you gave this one to the Cowboys.
Yeah, I think I follow that pick.
I'm giving that one to Denver, so I'm kind of the odd man out there. Week 9 at the Strouds. Doom. Stroud. Oh.
I'm going to go Denver. I hope our defense is better than theirs.
Where are we at? The Giants game?
We are past the Giants. We were at Texans week 9. I've got Texans taking this one.
I got the Broncos losing to Dallas, and I got the Broncos losing to Houston.
Davey, you and I agree again?
Well, I said occasionally you will be right. Like, it happens.
I love you, Davey. Versus Raiders, I'm pretty sure they're hosting.
You guys are coming up to Denver, yeah.
Yeah, this is a win for you guys.
Yeah, Thursday night football, we are going to beat you, but it is on 4 nights rest. So
even on 4 nights rest, you guys are better than us on 14 days rest.
Yeah, I got the Broncos beating the Raiders. So right
Week
now I got about
11
5-5 for the year.
versus the Chiefs. Ooh. Versus the Chiefs.
This is the beginning of where the season goes fucking south quickly. They're going to lose
Yeah,
to the. They're going to lose to the because they're going to lose to the Chiefs.
Davey's right here. This is where it's like, okay, good, bad, good, bad. Oh, you guys are fucked. This is where it goes south. Because this is a L.
If we have a running game
Which you
throughout
will not
the
have because your coach is Sean Payton, who refuses to run the football. Go ahead.
another one of your biases, but I think
Don't
we're
be
not
throwing your
winning this
fucking
game.
hands up, buddy. You're biased.
Sean Payton hates running backs. He likes to throw to them. He likes to have them on the field, but he doesn't like to give them the ball and do anything with them.
We're not beating Kansas City this game.
All
I
right.
don't know how we are going to be closing out games this year.
Davey, your call on this one?
What, in the Chiefs?
Chiefs? You on Chiefs here?
No, the Broncos aren't beating the Chiefs. I'm not insane.
Oh, okay. So Chiefs, all right. Week 12, bye week. All right, get a chance to kind of regroup, kind of get yourselves together, sort, and you are at the Jaden Daniels.
This is going to be a very fun game, Sunday night football.
Yes, this might be, if I were to pick like maybe 6 to 10 games of the year that I would actually want to see on primetime, which I hate primetime football. I like to go to sleep and, rest. This is one I would very much be interested in if I don't have to work the next day, because I think this could be a barn burner.
Broncos lose. They go to 5-7.
I think the Commanders are a more complete team than Denver is. So it's going to be a very close game, but I'm taking Washington.
So am I. Yeah, I don't dislike Bo Nix. I hate Sean Payton. I wish I could just piss down his throat and have him swallow it. But he is a sharp, he is a good head coach, a good offensive coordinating quarterback whisperer. But can't take that away from him. But in this particular instance, I'm not buying it. Week 14 at the Vicious Vegases. And if I remember right, I had us losing this game because we can't win shit. That's the Ravens picks. Patriots
winning this one.
Hosting the Broncos. I have us losing this one, as we should, because Sean Payton is a legit head coach. Bo Nix is a legit quarterback. I mean, what the fuck do we have? I mean, we've got Geno, a shit-ass running back from Boise State, a half-ass pass rusher. Let's see. Oh, what were the? Let me flip back here because we actually have this one. Raiders, Broncos. Davey took the Raiders here. Maddie took the Raiders here.
I was about to say, I think I have the series split this
year. You both took the Raiders to win this one. I mean, there must be some kind of weird peyote growing up in Denver and Cape Breton. That's all I can figure. Versus Green Bay, that's a loss.
Really fun game incoming, I think.
Oh, cold weather teams, Jordan Love.
I think Denver's defense holds Green Bay just enough.
What is it? That's a Sunday afternoon, so it's not a prime time.
Middle of December.
Matt LaFleur is a far better coach than Sean Payton, but he doesn't. I think the quarterbacks are basically equidistant from each other. LaFleur is the better coach. Green. Oh, God, this is a tough one.
I can make it easy for you. Green Bay's going to win.
I was going to say that, Davey. That's kind of where I was going there. Yeah, Green Bay takes this one. See, you and I, we're not, we're not, we're not too far the same. Maddie, what'd
I'm
you
very
say?
interested to watch. I'm very interested to watch the game, but I'm taking Denver. I think our defense is better.
Okay, so that puts us at week 16 versus the sexiest man in all of football.
If he's the quarterback at the time.
Maddie, don't ruin my life. I have Trevor Lawrence he is a level of, well, he is a level of something awesome that Bo Nix will never be. But yeah, traveling on the road, I kind of give this one to Denver.
Broncos are beating the Jags.
It will be cool though, because this will be Travis Hunter coming to Denver as a rookie, so that's going to be a kind of a cool moment for him. But yeah, Denver's going to beat Jacksonville.
I think Travis Hunter's either going to get injured, unfortunately, big time, or he's going to just be. I'm not trusting anything coming out of this Coach Prime camp until I actually see him fucking do it. Week 17 at the Andy Reid's.
We're winning this game because they're going to be sitting their fucking starters.
It's week 17, not 18.
They might be sitting their starters already, Cap. I wouldn't put it out of the picture.
You're losing this one.
Yeah, you're losing.
Because they're going to be competing with Buffalo for that number one seed. So, yeah, you're losing this one. Week 18, hosting the Harbaughs. Ooh,
I think
that's a rough one.
This is going to be a good game. Early in the season, the Chargers take it. But late in the season, it's going to be a good game. I'm taking Denver on this one.
Broncos lose this game just due to the fact of the record that Kansas City is going to have and the record that the Chargers are going to have going into this final week.
And Harbaugh could throw Sean Payton over his lap and spank his ass if he wanted to. I'm going Chargers here. Maddie, you're calling Broncos on this one?
Yes, I am.
All right, so let's get the finale tally. Davey, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have the Broncos going 6 and used to be 6 until be 6 and 11.
Yep.
All right, Captain, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have them going 6 and 11 as well. Bartholomew, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You have them winning their final 5 games, you sick, sadistic motherfucker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 and 5.
I didn't think we were going to do what we did last year. The only direction for Bo Nix is up.
As long as he's Bo Nix rather than Bo Picks. And Sean Payton actually, acknowledges the fact that you can't throw it 50 times a game. You have to have, this thing called a run game, some kind of a physical deal, which Sean Payton will never do because he hates running backs. He hates anything that isn't a 5-wide throw. Sean Payton is bitch Andy Reid. That is who he is.
Williams failed us last year.
No, he didn't fail you. Sean Payton just refused to use him.
No, he didn't. Did you see what he did last year? He was
How many carries did he get? How many times did Javonte Williams carry the football?
He was in the double digits every damn game, other than the ones that he was injured.
Javonte Williams, 2024 carries.
I think the last few games he didn't have double-digit carries because he was that.
139 carries.
Yeah.
He played in every single game last year. So let's take.
He was hurt.
So that's 139 divided by 17. He was given 8 carries a game, Maddie. Oh my God! Look at this just ground and pound offense that Sean Payton. He had 513. So 513 divided by 139 is 3.69. If you took 3.69 and gave him, let's just be conservative.
Which is what you claim Derrick Henry puts forward on every carry.
So let's say 3.69 times 250. 3.69 times 250. That comes out to, he's almost 1,000-yard rusher. That's 250 carries combined with his receiving yards, which were
abysmal.
Well, you've probably got like a 1,500 back on your team, but who needs to run the fucking ball? I mean, I'm Sean Payton. I'm just gonna let Bo Nix just.
We'll see what we do this year. We'll see.
I know exactly what you're gonna do. Sean Payton, Andy Reid, you could give them Walter Payton in his fucking prime. He'd get 10 carries a game. Because they refuse to acknowledge that there is a second half of offensive football. It's called the running game.
R.J. Harvey, who the hell are you? Let's see what you did last year, buddy.
Maddie, how did Denver win their 2 Super Bowls?
Absolute
Wasn't it
defense. No, you mean 3.
Wasn't it Terrell Davis, running game, defense, quarterbacks basically had nothing to do with it?
The first 2 was most of our offense.
Terrell Davis. John Elway. Love you, John Elway.
It's hard to argue 2,000-yard seasons.
John Elway, love him as I do, maybe quite possibly still at this point the greatest quarterback prospect ever coming out of college. He was kind of washed at that point. He wasn't, wheelchair bound like Peyton Manning was, but I mean he could still,
on his way out.
He was on his way. I mean he wasn't, just comatose, wheelchair bound like Peyton Manning, Denver wins games, wins Super Bowls when they focus on their defense and their run game. You've got the fucking altitude, the snow, the mountains. Quit this fucking throwing shit. It ain't going to work.
This kid that we drafted, it might be interesting. Here's hoping he's healthy.
That's the point I'm trying to make, Matthew. You could hand Sean Payton Walter Payton in his prime, and he's like, well, we'll give him like 8-10 carries a game, maybe throw the ball to him 2 or 3 times. But the main thing is we gotta go into shotgun 4 wide, and we gotta throw it 40-50 times a game, because that's how my offense works. That's how I won a Super Bowl with a Drew Brees, and the NFL basically just funneling everything into me. Maddie, there's one way Denver can win Super Bowls, and Sean Payton He'll get you in the playoffs. He'll maybe get you, divisional, maybe conference title. He ain't getting you there because he basically sees the game as being one dimensional rather than 3 or 4 dimensional.
As far as I see it, I don't think Denver's going to win a Super Bowl as long as Kansas City still has Mahomes and Reed.
To your point, yes. As long as Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes are in Kansas City,
So
no
point,
one is taking that division or getting either Andy Reid chokes on a cheeseburger or dies of a coronary, or Patrick Mahomes gets busted in some kind of crazy whatever. As long as they're together, no, it's
yeah.
yeah.
To your point, that means that you might be right. Sean Payton probably won't be the one to lead us to Super Bowl. Hopefully, we do keep Bo Nix around.
He got his mercy fuck Super Bowl. He's not gonna get it.
I do see Bo Nix developing very, very into a superstar quarterback. I just hope it's with
Define superstar quarterback. I'm not being an asshole, Matty. I am not being an asshole here. I'm being straight with you. Define superstar quarterback.
Super Bowl winning quarterback or multiple Pro Bowls.
Pro Bowls don't matter shit. Pro Bowls are voted on by the fans. All Pro, that's voted on by the players. So if he was like multiple time All Pro, got to some divisional conference games, okay. Pro Bowls don't matter a fucking
all Pro that All Pro that definitely success. Like Josh Allen is a superstar quarterback. He's just saddled in Buffalo.
I don't even think it's the fact that he's in Buffalo. I think it's just the fact that his coaching staff are morons.
Joe Burrow, that's a superstar quarterback. Lamar Jackson.
His owner is a dipshit.
I hate to say it, but Patrick Mahomes, hell, you can throw Jared Goff in there because he's been to a Super Bowl. He's been to championship games. He's proven that he's a damn good quarterback.
Jared Goff is a great quarterback. Again, he's like Jared Goff is the successful version of Brock Purdy. He is Brock Purdy on the right team when everything goes right at the right time, every single moment. That's Jared Goff. He's a game manager. When everything goes right, Jared Goff wins Super Bowls. When it doesn't, he ain't. He ain't that.
All right, I think that's all of the teams that we have to go through.
That was basically all that we started with. We didn't have Dev to give the Ravens predictions.
Holy shit, this RJ Harvey is a stocky kid. He's as tall as I am, but he's 205 pounds.
So if I'm pulling up the NFL standings, looking at the divisions, from what we had last year, Bills are taking the AFC East.
They have to.
I think the Bengals and the Ravens, that is just going to be a fist fight.
The AFC East is going to be a lot closer than it was last year, though, because I do think Justin Fields is going to come into his own in New York. And I think Miami might get their shit together. The East could be fun this year.
Nobody comes into their own in New York with the Jets. They just die slow, painful deaths, unfortunately.
So I got that division playing out. I got Buffalo first, Miami second, New England third, Jets fourth.
The North, Ravens and Bengals, where do you have that?
That one there, I have Bengals first, Ravens second, and then the other two teams. It doesn't really matter. They're going to be so far off the pace. Yeah. But I got the Steelers at third, and then Cleveland.
See, I think the Bengals have to get out of their own way, man. I think the Ravens take the top seed, and I think the Bengals are in a close second.
here's the thing with the Ravens and the Bengals. Anytime the Ravens make it, it's like, well, that's appropriate. Like they should have made it. They're the better team. Anytime the Bengals make it, it's like, holy shit, how fucking lucky did they get? God damn, the horrible owner, horrible coach, no defense. It is just Joe Burrow just dick slinging to win those games. That's how I see the Bengals. I just
And to be honest, whenever the Bengals were successful, their defense was stout. It was fucking solid as hell.
but yeah, that was years ago, and those guys are
Yeah,
gone.
that hasn't been there for a couple of years now.
And their
So
owner,
Joe Burrow
who
is
is known
doing it
as
on
the
it.
cheapest owner in football, is not going to spend any. Burrow was begging. He was saying, "Take some of my money, give it to T. Higgins." Well, we don't quite know if he's their owner sucks.
All of their money is tied to three offensive players, a quarterback and two wide
When
receivers.
it should be tied to like 6 or 7 defensive players and Joe Burrow, and then just kind of give him a weapon or two, off rookie contracts.
I don't know. I do feel like you got to keep Jamar Chase with Joe Burrow.
Well, like I said, a weapon or two, and then just a bunch of Joe Schmoes on rookie contracts. Give him Jamar Chase. Give him, T. Higgins if he's willing to take a discounted team deal. But you're not going to beat these teams. You're not going to get to the Super Bowl anymore. The way teams that are structured that win Super Bowls, what is it? It's a quarterback and either a phenomenal running back like we saw with Saquon, or it's a quarterback that has just infinite receiving options and a good offensive line. But what if we actually took a team that put their money in putting together a New York Giants Lawrence Taylor level defense to where the pass rush is so violent the quarterback doesn't even have time to scratch himself. And
I mean, look at how that worked for Philadelphia, dude.
Well, we all know. It was booked to be, Mahomes, putting up 52-0. That was how it was booked. Unfortunately, they actually had to play the game, and the Eagles somehow showed up with a better team and a better coach and a better roster and a better game plan, and they actually won the game, which was not what our goodie wanted. I'm being facetious.
Another 2 Super Bowls in a row.
I still am shaking my head over that Super Bowl. It's like every time I want to think the NFL is just perfectly worked and rigged and booked like pro wrestling, you have something happen like the Super Bowl this year. And it's like, did Mahomes just like, did he bang Roger Goodell's wife? Was there some kind of something that just somebody pissed something off where the referees were told, okay, this was the original plan, but we're going to go with this.
Oh.
Well, gentlemen, anything before we sign off on this? Any extracurriculars? Looking at the MLB standings, holy shit! The Orioles, I almost said the Ravens. Orioles are goddamn awful. Detroit, fuck, they are. Yeah, the White Sox are awful. Seattle's pulling ahead, and their starting rotation is shit. Phillies, Mets duking it out. Cubs, Cardinals, Reds.
How about those Pirates?
Do I still have my predictions for this particular? So I had the Reds taking the Central, the Pirates finishing third. I had the Orioles taking the East. Davey, you may. I had the Tigers taking the Central, so I'm not too far off there. Mariners taking the West. So far, so I've got 1, 2, 3. What's the NL Central? That's the Cubs. I had them second. I'm like 3.5 out of 6.
I have 2 divisions picked perfectly so far. AL East, AL East, and NL East.
It's as much as I would like to say, oh, well, this is what's going to happen, this is what's not going to happen. At this point, it's like, it's May 20th. There is still a long way to go. But I do have to get off
It's
here.
been statistically proven that
It's been statistically proven that what?
oh, whatever the standings are on May.
On May 20th? You're saying whatever the statistical standings are on May the 20th? Hello? Did I lose the Davy? I believe I may have lost the Davy. Well, if I have lost the Davy, then I have lost the election. Well, thank you all for joining us and enjoying this football prediction episode. I have got to sign off so I can have some dinner and get some sleep. Bid you all adieu. May you all be well. And oh, Maddie's back.
I am here. Are we doing the outro yet?
I was signing off. I was in the middle of my sign off.
Well, how far did you get? Did you get to the commandments yet?
Did not get to the commandments. I was right there, and then you
Well,
big
that
dicked
means
me.
this is perfect time because this is the time in the show that we remind you all to stay safe, stay healthy, stay hydrated, don't get arrested, don't get pulled over in the state of Kansas.
Work like the devil, eat like a king, sleep like a baby. Always protect your balls, and fuck the Chiefs.
You have a wonderful night, ladies and gentlemen. Stay safe.
I'm going to put down a Tony Soprano and get some sleep.
I am going to figure out what I'm ordering tonight. So
Maddie, by the way, Walmart Botticelli sweet red peppers come in a 15-ounce jar. Order some. They're like $2. You will thank me. And watch The Sopranos.
I need to watch The Sopranos. Damn it.
Actually, I was. Well, I'll message you off air. I had an idea, but I'll message you off air.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds great. Love you, brother.
Take care, man. I love you.